Hello everybody, I'm Storm here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online. In the last episode, we helped out Tataru with her efforts to try to become a miner. We had to fight off a Morbol that had attacked her while she was out trying to mine. And then we had a bit of a sparring match with one of the new members of the Scions. And then we had a conversation with Alphino about a pilot organization that he's looking to try to build that will serve as a model for an eventual general unification of all the military capabilities of the different city-states in Eorzea. So we are working on that, and he wants to continue to discuss it with the various heads of the three nations. And we are going to be accompanying him while he does that, and while he's dealing with all of the bureaucratic minutia, we are going to be out trying to recruit members for this new organization. So I'm going to go ahead and get to it. First stop is going to be Limsa Laminsa, and we're going to head on over there and see what we need to do. All right. So we need to meet at Bulwark Hall, which is over here. Oh, this whole area here, and here's Alphino. Ah, there you are. I am ready to ascend to the bridge and speak with Admiral Blofisvin. While the Admiral and I are finalizing permissory boundaries and signing parchments, I would have you begin the recruitment process in earnest. I have, of course, endeavored to spread the word of our organization through various channels, but I believe a personal approach will reach many who may otherwise remain ignorant of the opportunity. As for potential members, 'tis of no matter should they already be pledged to another institution, only that they are willing to lend their strength when the situation demands it. And you needn't arrange into the countryside. The upper decks alone are populated with sufficient candidates to suit our purpose. Once you are satisfied with your recruiting efforts, meet me at the airship ticket counter that we might prepare for the next leg of our journey. Okay, so fortunately, the potential recruits are all here in the city. So we need to head to the upper decks, which means we'll just teleport ourselves up to the aft castle, and then we will look for these recruit candidates. Okay, so we have some search circles. We need to find the people we are looking for. Scout for potential recruits on the upper decks. They should be marked, I should think. Alright, so let's head over here to the missing member. And here is Roswin. I think we've had a conversation with her once before, way back when we first started. Alright, Who in the bloody hells do you think you're talking to, Drylander? I'm a pirate, not some sodden knight in shining plate. If you're looking for a self-righteous fop, try knocking on that dandy Carvalian's door. Alright. Who is this Carvalane? That name does sound somewhat familiar. Alright, Noldic and Vimelis. Anybody here who's interested in having a conversation? Ah, Ananza. Let's see what you have to say. A precursor to a united Eorzean Grand Company. Well, I do admire the scope of your ambition. My responsibilities here at Noldic and Vimelis keep me close to the forge. I have not the time to be traipsing hither and yon across the realm. Should you require my skills as an armorer, however, I might be willing to accept some special commissions. Alright, well, that's something. And looks like that those are everybody here in this area. Others should then all be over here somewhere. Real. Let's see what you have to say. Well, if it ain't a Yame, I'd not forget a venturer brave enough or daft enough to seek the shortcut into Titan's bedchamber. Remember old Real, don't you? Formerly the Company of Heroes? 3 whistles at Bronze Lake? Aye, if it ain't often I drag me arse out to Limsa for a drink. Right. But I'm right glad I did. How fare you these days? You're looking to put together a new crew? Top tier work? Ah, sounds like a right lark it does. Alright, lass, count me in. The heroes may have gone their separate ways, but I ain't ready to climb into me grave just yet. Alright. Got ourselves a recruit. Oh, looks like there's another area that we need to search. Oh, way up there around the Marauders Guild. Okay. It's gonna be a long walk. We can probably just head to the Aft Castle Aetheryte Shard and teleport ourselves the rest of the way. Let's go ahead and close that. Alright, so we're heading over to the Marauders Guild area. Alright, so let's see who we have. Raynor. You look like a likely candidate. What do you have to say? Master Alphino's new organization? Yes, I had heard the formation of his trial company was in the offing. 'Tis with regret, however, that I must decline your invitation. As commander of the Yellow Jackets, the protection of Limsa Liminsa must needs receive my full attention. Very well. Alright, and most likely the other candidate is down below. Or not. Okay. And where? Oh, it might be south of here. Okay. Let's go ahead and sprint up. Ah, I see the marker right there. Oh, yes, Cavelain. Right. I remember him. Carvalane. Alright, an organization with the freedom to operate with territorial impunity? I must say, your proposal intrigues me. But the Krakens well know that there is a time to act and a time to watch, and I'm afraid this trial company of yours falls into the latter category. Alright, so we've done our job. Let's go meet up with Alphino and see if he was able to get the cooperation of the Admiral. Which we need to head up to the airship landing, which we should have a spot to do that. Lift attendant, yes. Head to the airship landing. And there's Alphino. Ayame, your recruiting went well, I trust. I am curious as to how my proposal was received by the rough and ready folk of Limsa Lominsa. A member of the legendary company of heroes indicated his interest. Astonishing. I knew enlisting your aid was the right choice. Few could boast the acquaintance of such an elusive character. I, too, was successful in my task. The Admiral consented to sign all the documents requiring her approval. I can only hope that my visit with the Elder Seedseer proceeds smoothly. Pray continue on to Gridania at your own pace. I shall await your arrival at Nofika's altar. And... how much would it cost me to teleport to Gridania? 309 gil. If I purchase a ticket, it'll be 120 gil. Let's purchase a airship ticket. Alright. We need to head over to Nofika's altar and have another conversation with Alphino. Which we can use the Ethernet to get there. Conjurer's Guild. Alright, my audience with the Elder Seedseer is due to commence momentarily. I would be grateful if you would once more see to the task of recruitment here in Gridania. After you deem the well of potential candidates has run dry, let us rendezvous at the airship ticket counter as before. Alright. Search for potential recruits, and we should have candidates scattered about the place. So let's go ahead and see if we can find them. And see how many of them are willing to sign on. Or at least maybe provide some level of assistance. Alright. Ah, there is someone over there. Laurentius. Oh gods, can it truly be you? By what fickle fortune must the first face I see upon my release be yours? I don't even hardly remember you. Could it be that you don't remember me? It is I, Laurentius, the man whose crimes you exposed. I was a whaler and a regular patron at Buscaron's. I vaguely remember this. Yes, now I remember. Well, of course you do. I was beginning to wonder if Gaul had changed any more than I realized. Not that I have any particular wish to be recognized after my shameful conduct. The less said of my past, the better, I suppose. And what of you, adventurer? What business brings you to this part of Gridania? Recruiting, eh? And what is your policy on reformed convicts? As matters stand, the Wood Whalers will have naught more to do with me. This may be just the second chance I was looking for. Revenant's toll, you say? I shall leave at once. You should not regret this, I promise you. I am a changed man. Well, let's hope. Alright. Next bit of business. I think we'll probably do is hit the Ethernet shard and teleport ourselves over to Lancer's Guild. It's not that far of a walk, but it's still faster to teleport. Alright. Saingulid. Saingulid? It is not often a guild officer such as myself gets recruited, and this company of yours certainly sounds to have some promise, but its duties appear less than focused. I must refuse your invitation until such time as your organization is more organized. Fair enough. Alright, let's sprint over here. See if we can track down the last two. Anybody in there? Nope. Ursendel. He was a servant in the Hawk Manor, right? You would offer this old man a place in your company of champions. I am both puzzled and honored by your invitation. Pray forgive me, young mistress, but I cannot accept. I have sworn to abide here for whatever scant years remain to me, and bear responsibility for the evils my lady has wrought upon this land. Very well. Where else may this next candidate be? Probably a little bit further ahead. Over there? No? There you are. Eliane? Grandfather, you must call it a day. Let us return to the guild and rest ere your tormented back gives up on you for good. I'm terribly sorry. We were just... Oh, Ayame, isn't it? It has been some time since our paths crossed outside of Copperbell Mines. It has. Why, you are barely more than a novice adventurer then, but look how far you've come. Mother Mion tells me 'twas you who felled the fearsome Black Wolf. And now you seek stout-hearted souls to fill the ranks of a new order? Well, your cause is undoubtedly just, and my old companion here would be much relieved to see me in good hands. Yes, I'll do it. This is the very thing I've spent my entire adventuring career working towards. I shall join your company just as soon as I've seen Isildur safely home. Alright. Our job is done. So we need to head back to the airship landing and head on over to Ul'dah. Almost certainly Ul'dah is next, because, I mean, it's the only other city. Alright, teleport, and we're going to head to the Aetheryte Plaza. And the airship landing is down here. Oh, it won't let me jump over the railing. Oh, because that's actually inside the airship area. Okay. Alright, Elfino. How did things go for you? What news, Ayame? For my part, the Elder Seed Seer was most amenable to our requirements. A former wood whaler and a seasoned adventurer, our company will not lack for variety, that much is certain. An interesting harvest indeed. Shall we strike into Ul'dah whilst the iron is hot? Let us meet at the Royal Promenade and endeavor to conclude our remaining business. Our journey draws to a close. Alright then, I'll go ahead and buy a ticket to head to Ul'dah. Alright, here we are in Ul'dah. We need to go to the Royal Promenade. Hustings Strip or Ruby Road Exchange. Hustings Strip, I think it is. So I think the Ruby Road Exchange is all the way down to the bottom. Yes, there we are. And here's Alphino. Ul'dah, the gilded city, where one's fortune defines one's worth. I hope some manner of fortune is with us, and that this final leg proves as successful as the previous two. Might I suggest ascending to the lower level before beginning your recruitment efforts? I do not think the Sultana will take kindly to us poaching from her personal guard. Let us meet back here at the promenade when our respective tasks are complete. Good hunting, Ayame. Alright, yep, we're gonna head on downstairs. The easy way. Alright. So let's start hunting for potential recruits, and the Gladiators Guilds, or the Colosseum, is probably a good place to start. Which is where we happen to end up. Alright. Wilred, let's see what you want to do. Wait. You're the lady who came to Little Alamigo looking for that masked devil. Who knows what might have happened if you hadn't? I'd probably be dead, and a whole lot more of my friends besides. We were such fools. Anyway, that disaster really got me to thinking about our homeland and about the outsider who saved us from ourselves. I realized how easily I'd been manipulated and vowed to make of myself a more worldly man. So here I am. A new company of champions, and you say it will take me to all corners of the realm? That sounds exactly like the kind of opportunity I need. And don't worry, I'm not the same stripling you met in Little Alamigo. I prepared myself to fight the evil I now know is out there. Alright, found ourselves a recruit. Let's see, next is going to be over this way. I probably should have teleported. Oh well, we'll hoof it. Alright, Lendebert. You're the one who told me to get lost when we were looking for the merchant who was riling up the refugees. Have you come to tell me the news, soldier? Well, I've already heard it. Seems the would-be savior of Ul'dah's refugees went and got himself killed, and not by your hand. He was just as much a pawn as the hapless cast-offs he sought to deceive, eh? That's not why you're here? Aye, you'd be surprised what rumors drift down to Pearl Lane. I know of this glorious new company of yours, and just how far I'd go to avoid getting involved with it. Whispers from the streets say your organization is funded by corrupt coin, by syndicate money. If you think you're recruiting for a just cause, then you're a bigger fool than I took you for. Alright. Not exactly sure where that rumor got started. Alright. Synthgot. The company looks to cure the ills of the realm entire. Listen, friend, I can scarce bear the complaints of the next stall over, let alone the conundrums of a neighboring nation. Alright. And our last area is going to be over by the Weaver's Guild. Alright. Is there anybody actually in the Weaver's Guild that might be interested? Ah, Yellow Moon. Let's see what she has to say. I'm sorry, you wish to recruit me? Is this some new-fashioned manner of propositioning a lady? I'm afraid you are wasting your time. This lady is already spoken for. Good day to you, miss. Not exactly, but okay. And I guess there's probably someone else. Arson. Sounds familiar, but I can't quite place it. Oh, what a happy coincidence. Do you remember me, perchance? I am Arson of the Church of Saint Adama Landama. Thank you again for your timely rescue. And I must also thank you for preventing that fraudulent priest from preying on dry bones less fortunate. A most upsetting business. Are you here with your companion, Thancred, was it? Ah, 'tis new companions you seek, then. Your proposed organization sounds a powerful force for good, but my place is at the church with the children. Nevertheless, I wish you well in this undertaking. Alright, so we did manage to get ourselves at least one recruit. And we need to head over to Royal Promenade, so let's go ahead and head back to the Hustings Strip, which is going to be the Chamber of Rule. Alright, Alpha Note. How fared you, Ayame? What hidden gems do the streets of Ul'dah offer up to your unrelenting gaze? A single Alamegan youth? Well, you've certainly given us an admirable start, even if our ranks are yet somewhat thin. In these troubled years following the calamity, talk of Eorzea's salvation must seem akin to grasping at clouds. But there are those who have risen to the challenge, nonetheless, and the hope that inspires these people was born in no small part from the victories you yourself have won. Thank you, Ayame. I will not squander the precious gift you have placed into my keeping. These recruits will become the foundation of a new beginning. And yes, we are free to begin. As you have no doubt surmised, the Sultana also graced my trial company with her blessings. Our first wave of recruitment is over, the documents signed, and the finances secure. There is naught to prevent me from taking the next step. You are concerned by the syndicate's involvement, as was I. Thus was the origin of every coin of their contribution carefully scrutinized and recorded. This organization will not be built on corruption. Naturally, I prefer not to rely upon outside sources at all, but even my family's substantial coffers could not sustain a venture of this magnitude. And as for the rumors and doubt surrounding this enterprise, well, such things shall plague us until the company has had a chance to prove its worth. It will not be an easy process, but we will earn people's trust one success at a time. Speaking of time, we should waste no more of it. Let us return to the Rising Stones and lay the first stone for a united Eorzea.
Tell me, General, what think you of Alfino's bold endeavor?
I think it is more than bold, Your Grace. His organization would pave the way for a united Eorzea. Well do I understand his impatience, since facing the common threat of the Ultima weapon, our nations have seemed farther apart, not closer together. Considering the many problems we face, should we not be glad that someone else is taking the initiative?
We have all pledged our cooperation, yet the grumbling continues behind closed doors. Ul'dah is not alone in her duplicity. I myself have doubts as to the good this organization will achieve. With the inclusion of the finest soldiers of the 3 grand companies, it promises to be a fearsome military body. But whom will it serve? Even under the watchful gaze of the Scions, it is not unthinkable that such a force could perpetrate a great wrong. Does it not concern you that a significant proportion of its financial backing came from the coffers of the Syndicate? That those unprincipled worms might forge this extraordinary gathering of warriors into a private army?
I have trust in the Scions, Your Grace. They have spared us no end of trouble at the hands of the Primals. If they seek reinforcements, I deem it unwise to deny them. As for their finances, full many gave generously. And though our nobles proffered a sizable sum, their coin did not spill from the pockets of Lolorito and his cronies. And what of the presence of our stalwart adventurer friend in this endeavor? I doubt the Warrior of Light would betray our cause.
Yes, there is that, I suppose. Yet I have known people to change. Whether we will or no, the events of the age hurl us this way and that, like a dust devil skipping across the sands. Cannot be done about Telechi?
I have explored all avenues available to us, Your Grace. But as Ul'dah law now stands, we lack the evidence to convict him of any crime. To arrest him on spurious grounds would only play into his hands.
He has all but committed treason, and yet we can do nothing? Then what good our government? What worth the royal house? How deplorable this mockery of justice!
Have faith, Your Grace. It is not over.
All right. So, trouble still looms. We'll see how things go. Alright, we need to head back to the Rising Stones and have another chat with Alphino and possibly Minfilia and figure out what we're going to do next. So, back to Revenant's Toll. All right. So into the solar. Alright, Alphino. That is not a journey I soon wish to repeat. But I cannot pause to rest. The culmination of all our effort is at hand. I must see to the preparations for the inaugural ceremony. Thank you for allowing me to monopolize your services, Ayame. I am certain the antecedent will be relieved to see you free for other duties. Alright, and let's have a chat with the antecedent. Greetings, Ayame. Alphino tells me all is in place to begin his trial company. The Scions shall certainly be grateful to have the support of such an organization. The inaugural ceremony is to take place here at the Rising Stones. Totaro is cooperating with Alphino to see that all is in readiness, so I'm afraid the recruits themselves have been left to their own devices for the time being. Quite a number of new faces have arrived in Revenant's Toll of late, and I wonder if Slafborn might not find himself overwhelmed. Would you speak with him and see if there is aught he requires? Alright, back to Slafborn and see if he has any more busy work for us to do. Alright, let me just check one thing. Okay, so yeah, it looks like that we are probably good to go ahead and end the episode here. So we will see what Slafborn has to do and proceed through to the inaugural ceremony for the new organization Alphino is putting together. And then we'll see what we can do with it. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.